Task: maintain an M9 pistol. Perform a functions check on an M9 pistol in sequence. Test conditions: during daylight, given an M9 pistol. Test standards: within 30 seconds, correctly clear in sequence and disassemble the M9 pistol. Within 45 seconds, correctly assemble the M9 pistol and perform a functions check in sequence. Let me have your attention. At this point, you must perform operator maintenance on an M9 pistol and perform a functions check in sequence on an M9 pistol. The purpose of this is to determine your ability to perform operator maintenance on an M9 pistol. You will show the score that you can clear, disassemble, assemble, and perform a functions check on the weapon in sequence. The weapon must pass a functions check. You have 30 seconds to clear and disassemble the M9 pistol in sequence. You may use only the equipment that you will find on the ground close beside your weapon. Place the disassembled parts on the ground or table as you remove them. Do you understand what you must do? You now have 45 seconds to assemble the M9 pistol and perform a functions check in sequence. You may use only the equipment found on the ground or table close beside your weapon. Place the assembled weapon on the ground or table after you complete the assembly and functions check. Do you understand what you must do? Performance measure 1. Clear an M9 pistol in sequence. Place the safety lever in the safe position. Depress the magazine release button and remove the magazine from the pistol if present. Point the pistol in a safe direction. Grasp the slide serrations and fully retract the slide to remove the chambered cartridge if present. Lock the slide to the rear using the slide stop. Visually inspect the chamber to make sure it is empty. Release the slide forward. Ensure the safety lever is in the safe position. Performance measure 2. Disassemble the M9 pistol. Do not grade in sequence. Hold the pistol with the muzzle slightly raised. Using your forefinger, press the disassembled lever button. Rotate the disassembly lever downward until it stops. Pull the slide and barrel assembly forward and remove it from the receiver. Slightly compress the recoil spring and spring guide. Simultaneously lift them up and remove them. Separate the recoil spring from the spring guide. Push in on the locking block plunger while pushing the barrel forward slightly. Lift and remove the locking block and battle assembly from the slide. Performance measures 1 and 2 are performed within 30 seconds. Performance measure 4. Assemble the M9 pistol. Do not grade in sequence. Grasp the slide with the bottom facing up. Grasp the barrel assembly with the locking block facing up with the other hand. Insert the muzzle into the forward end of the slide and simultaneously lower the rear of the barrel assembly by moving the barrel slightly downward with light thumb pressure. Insert the recoil spring guide into the recoil spring. Insert the end of the recoil spring and recoil spring guide into the recoil spring housing and simultaneously compress the recoil spring and lower the spring guide until it is fully seated on the locking block cutaway. Push the firing pin block lever down. Grasp the slide and barrel assembly with the sights up and align the slide on the receiver assembly guide rails. Push until the rear of the slide is a short distance beyond the rear of the receiver assembly and hold. Simultaneously, rotate the disassembly latch lever upward. Performance measure 5. Perform a functions check on an M9 pistol in sequence. Place the safety lever in safe position. Insert the empty magazine into the pistol. Ensure that the magazine catch locks the magazine in place. Retract the slide fully and release. Note, the slide should lock to the rear. Depress the magazine release button, allowing the magazine to fall free. Depress the slide stop and allow the slide to return fully forward. Squeeze and release the trigger. Note, the firing pin block should move up and down. The hammer should not move. Place the safety lever in the fire position. Squeeze the trigger and check the double action. Note, the hammer should cock and fall. Squeeze the trigger again and hold it to the rear. Manually retract and release the slide. Release the trigger. Note, you should hear a click, but hammer should not fall. Squeeze the trigger to check the single action. Note, the hammer should fall. Performance measures 4 and 5 are performed within 45 seconds.